Hello. I am Lisa Keaton, and I'm from Friendship Baptist Church, Warner Robins. And my job was to catch. And so I would go out, introduce myself, I'd latch onto them. And I would walk the length of that tent, and I would do eye contact with them, and I would do everything I could to get them under that tent. I would connect in any way possible. I would find out who they were, where they from, if they had any connection. And if I could not get them under the tent whatsoever, they refused, I would ask them then if I could pray for them. Pray with them, anything they had a need for, anybody in their family, anything. And then some would say, okay, if you leave me alone, I'll let you pray for me or pray with me. And there would be a couple of them, or they'd be one of themselves, and I would pray with them. Well, one particular lady today, and it bothers me, and it will bother me for the rest of my life probably, but she came to the tent, and she didn't want to come in, didn't want to register, so I asked her if she would like for me to pray for her. She said no, but I would like for you to pray for my husband because he is dying of cancer. And I said, I will, because I had a pen. I said, I am a cancer survivor. I know what he's going through. And so a gentleman walked up next to me, a fellow Faith writer, and his name is Al. And I said, this is my fellow Faith writer. His name is Brother Al. He can join us. And so he said, well, would he like to, where is he? And she said, he's looking at the monster trucks. We were at Rossmeyer. And she said, no. I don't want him to know that we're praying. He won't like that. And so we said, okay, we'll just pray together. And so we bowed our heads, and he said, lead the prayer, Lisa. And so I prayed. Well, when we raised our heads, he was standing there. And so then Brother Al started talking to him, and he reached over and he took his Bible and he started reading verses to this man. And he was listening. Well, she was standing there with her beer bottle, and she was just ringing that beer bottle. After she just asked us to pray for her husband, she wanted to leave. And so I diverted the attention to her and started talking to her to let him, Brother Al, talk to him. And he was almost convicted. I mean, he was at the verge of being convicted. And she turned to him and grabbed his elbow and said, come on, let's go. And she pulled him away from the tent. And we couldn't stop him. And so I was almost in tears, because I looked at Brother Al and I said, when the day comes, she's going to have to answer to that, because he's terminally ill with cancer. And I will live for the rest of my life knowing that she took him from salvation.
Well, that's what I was about to say. The seed is planted. Someone else is going to you watch today.
But there was two brothers, Keith and Kevin, and I prayed with them both, with those boys, and I know they'll remember me. They will remember me.